Hello students, this is Nidhi Kaushik, your science teacher, and today we will start our new chapter, that is electric current and its effects. So I am hoping you have slightest idea what electric current is, because this topic was in your 6th class also. So I will not go deep into this topic. In this chapter our basic thing is we will study about the effect of this electric current. What effect does electric current produces? Okay, this is the whole idea of this chapter. Now the first thing which we will study in this chapter is electronic component and the symbol. So before going into detail, firstly, what is an electric current? Electric current is flowing of the electrons. Now you will ask me what electrons are. For that you have to imagine, you have to run the horses of your imagination. Okay, everything on this earth or even universe also is we can divide everything, every matter into the smallest particle. Then that smallest particle is atom. Okay, suppose you start dividing this thing into this that again and again and again till you reach the point where it cannot be divided further. That point where we reach is called atom. Okay, and that atom can be divided. That atom has several components. Those components are proton, electron and neutron. You don't have to go into detail of this thing. We need to know about electron part only, because in this electricity it is that electron only which travel from one place to another and which create this electricity. That's why we should know the basic idea of electrons. Okay, so electrons are the only part in the atom which is moving. So suppose when I switch any appliance on, what will happen? That electricity will push the electron of the wire. Okay, electron present in the wire, and that pushing of the electron will result in the electric current. Current is nothing but flowing of the electrons. That's what you should know. Okay, now I will give the detail also in your further chapters what other component atom are and the basic idea of electrons and the atom. For now you just need to know that flowing of that electrons give the electricity, is the electric current. Okay, now electric component and the symbol. Firstly, that electronic component can be an element of the electric circuit that help in the functioning of the electric circuit. You know what electric circuit are? This topic was in 6th class, so I am moving forward from that. Okay, I am not going back. You are in 7th class, that's why. The electric circuit allow the electricity to flow through it and used to produce electricity for various purposes, such as working of your appliances. Okay, electric motor providing electricity to bulb or a fan and generating heat. Now these are the components. The first and the basic component of any electric circuit is battery. Battery is combination of two or more cell. Okay, cell in the singular, and when we combine the cell it will give battery. In a battery, the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the positive terminal of the next cell. It is very essential for you to know that electricity will only flow when there is a difference of the charges. It will not flow from positive to positive or negative to negative. It need to be flow from either positive to negative or negative to positive. That's how electricity flow. Okay, so in any electric circuit you need to that when you are wiring, you need to wire it like that only, positive to negative or negative to positive. Next is batteries are used in several devices. I know you must have seen battery in one or other point of your life. Okay, like in toys, remote control, torches, transistor, etc. So now electric component and their symbols. There are these are few examples of electric component and their symbols. First one is electric cell. Now if you see the symbol, you can see the two lines. One is larger and other is smaller. So whenever we represent an electric circuit through this that diagram, or the symbol, we always give the longer line to the positive terminal and the shorter line to the negative terminal. So the longer line represent positive terminal and your shorter line represent negative terminal. You need not to write this. Some students write positive here and negative here. No, the symbol itself is representing positive and negative. You need not to write this thing, okay, again and again. Now this is electric bulb, symbol of electric bulb. Then switch in on position and off position. You can see that difference between on position and off position. In case of on position, your circuit will be completed. In case of off position, current will not flow because circuit is incomplete. Now battery, in battery we have to do nothing but just the combination of this cell, and as you can see that the negative terminal of this cell is connected to positive terminal of this cell, okay. Then wire, by simple line you can represent wire by single lining, okay. Now electric batteries, battery in which cells are connected in series and parallel. We can connect the things into two ways. First one is series, second one is parallelly. In series, the appliances are connected in that linear manner, okay. In parallel, they are connected parallelly. So why we need such categories? Example of such categories is in series, you can think of the lights which you use in Diwali. So suppose the one bulb of that lightning get fused, what will happen to other bulb? They will not work. Why? Because they are in series connection. Suppose this bulb will not suppose the electricity is flowing in this way from this terminal to this terminal. So electron will flow like this, it will reach here. Suppose this bulb is not working, so what will happen? The current will stop here, it will not go further. So in case of series that connection, if one appliance got damaged, other appliances will not work, okay. So for this reason only we are not using series connection, we are not using such kind of connection in our homes, because if we use such kind of connection in our homes, if one appliances got damaged due to XYZ reason, that other appliance will not work, okay. To overcome that disadvantage of series connection, we come to this parallel connection. In parallel connection, the flow of current is divided to each and every appliances. Suppose current is flowing from this positive terminal to this terminal. So if this appliance will got damaged, it will not harm other appliances because they are connected parallelly. This connection, if this connection will fail, it will not harm the other connections. So this kind of connection is present in your home, okay. This is the kind of wiring which is present in your home, okay. So battery in the cell in which connected in parallel, this is the example. So battery can be connected in series manner or parallel manner. Now electric circuit. The flow of electron which we have discussed is called electric current, okay. The path along which the electric current can flow is called electric circuit. The whole path is electric circuit, okay. From one terminal and then all appliances, battery, etc., and then other terminal, the whole path is electric circuit. Now electric circuit diagram, which the basic of which is given in your 6th class already. So now let's do the revision work. Electric circuit diagram consists of a key that acts as a switch. Key is nothing but a switch on, switch off. The key can be placed anywhere in the circuit, okay. We can place this key anywhere in the circuit. So based on this key, we can divide our electric circuit diagram into two categories. First is open circuit, then closed circuit. As the name suggests, when the key is switched off in switched off position, okay, or open, this circuit is known as open circuit because current is not flowing. Your switch is your key is off, it's not working. So current will not flow, it will not generate that energy that will allow the electron to move. All these things are same, but I am framing the different sentences. All things are same, that electron will not move, current will not flow, electricity will not be generated because your switch is off. Okay, this is called open circuit. But in closed circuit, your key is in on position. It is generating that much energy which is required by the electron to flow. That's why electron will flow, that's why current will be generated, and your circuit is complete and closed. In this case, circuit is incomplete. Okay. Now, what will happen when the filament of the bulb break? You know the diagram of the bulb, so I need not to go through it in detail. So you have the idea of the filament. It is made up of tungsten and everything. So now what will happen when the filament of the bulb break? When the filament of the bulb break, the circuit of the bulb become incomplete. Okay, because the filament complete, this filament complete the whole circuit of the bulb. So after using the bulb over and over again, what will happen? The filament will broke down, and when it broke down, what will happen? Your circuit become incomplete. Current will not flow and bulb will not glow as it does not receive any electricity. Okay. Now next, this is the first effect of the electric current. As we have discussed in this chapter, the basic thing which we will do is we will study the effect of the electric current. What are the other things which is happening when the current is flowing? We know current is flowing, we know electricity is going on, but what are the other things which are happening behind the camera? So these things are, first is heating effect of electric current. The first effect is heating effect. Okay. So when an electric current passes through a wire, the wire gets heated up. Okay. This is known as heating effect of the electric current. When the electrons are flowing, when the electricity is generating, it is one thing is also generating along with it with the electricity. That thing is heat. Okay. The heat that produced in wire depend on the following things. Firstly, the material which you are using for the wiring, length of the wire, and then thickness of the wire. All these things affect the heating, the heat which is produced along with the electricity. Okay. Now, many appliances work on this effect. Okay, they are not able to work if there is no heating effect. Such devices are electric heater. It is the electric heater which we are using to heat up the room during our winters. It is work on the same principle. When we switch on the electricity, along with the electricity, it also produces the heat, and that's how we use it to warm ourselves. In the same way, electric iron which we use to iron our clothes, geyser, then coffee maker, toaster, hair dryer, all these appliances using the heating effect more than the electricity. They are not using electricity. For example, when you switch on the TV is using electricity, but these appliances do not need that electricity. They need just the heating effect. They heat up and they give the result. Okay, according to which device which we are using. Okay, so all this element produce a high amount of heat when electricity pass through them. However, the amount can be changed depending on requirement of the device. Okay. This is so because they contain a coil wire known as element. I hope you have seen such kind of heater in your home. There is a coil present in this heater. Actually, at the basic level, that is the only thing which get heated up. This kind of thing is present all the devices which require heating effect of electricity as their property. They have such kind of coil either inside or outside. Such coil is known as element, and that element got heated up and gave the heating effect. Okay. Depending on the amount of heat required by any appliances, different type, size and length of the wire, as we have discussed in the previous slide, can be used in them. Some wires can break down once it gets melted. or heated. Okay, so we have to use that wire which do not get break down after heating. We have to use that wires which have high melting point. Okay, next is the production of light in a bulb is due to the heating effect only. Don't do this, but I am just giving you idea. When you try to touch a bulb which is heated up for a longer time, it is you have observed that it is very difficult to touch such bulb, because the bulb when it produce the light, it also generate the heat which is not required at all. That's why, which is the only reason nowadays we are switching from that old bulbs. Nowadays we don't use such kind of bulb, because what they do, they are using electricity for that less electricity, and they are generating more heat which is not at all required. They are wasting our electricity and generating the heat which is not required. Okay, the filament of the bulb in a coiled wire that get hot when electricity pass through them, this make the filament glow. Okay, and as a result light is produced, and along with that heat is produced which is not at all required. We don't want this heat to that make anything or iron our clothes, so this heat is wasted up. Okay, now fuse, electric fuse. This is our next topic, electric fuse. Suppose in your house circuit there is a high amount of electricity that pass through your home appliances. What will happen? All your home appliances got damaged due to that. To overcome this thing, okay, to minimize this thing, we need to use this electric fuse. Okay, so electric fuse is a device that is used to prevent the damage that can be caused by excessive electric current. Okay, sudden flow of excessive current. According to heating effect of the electric current, the wire become hot and that current is passed through it, right? However, if excess of the current is passed through it, wire will melt. So in case of fuse, we use such kind of wire that got heated up easily, then it will break down easily. Okay, why? Because when there is sudden flow of high electricity, it will break down easily, and it will that incomplete your circuit. It will break down your circuit, and electricity will not flow. That's how it will sacrifice itself to save other appliances. Okay, the electric fuse consists of a wire which is made up of a metal or a alloy which has low melting point. Reason is clear, so that it can melt easily when there is a sudden flow of electricity. As a result, wire break down easily on high current passes through it. As the wire break the circuit, the fuse open up, and hence there is no current passes through it. It will not allow that high amount of current to go in your appliances. Okay, this can prevent the short circuit. Okay, or the fire due to electric current, high electric current. Okay, it save your home, it save your appliances. Different type of fuse are used for different devices, and some are also available in your household. Okay, now how can excessive current can pass through a circuit? These are some reasons why such high current will pass through your circuit. Sometimes we connect different wire to the same socket. It is not advisable at all. You should not use more that devices on the same socket, which result in drawing of more current from the single socket. Okay, as a result, the load on the circuit will increase on that socket only, on one part only. Okay, that lead to short circuit. When you connect more devices more than required, the devices which are more than required to the single socket, it will result in short circuit. Then when the insulation of wire goes a ton away, the wire can come in contact with each other. So the plastic covering on the wires which is required for the insulation, when we use such wire over times, it will get torn away. Okay, it will get damaged, the insulation wiring, which result in the wire can come in contact with each other, and which otherwise are separated due to insulation, and cause the sparkling, which is nothing but short circuit. Then this is why we that need to use fuse in our that circuit to avoid both short circuit and overloading both. Okay, now CFL nothing but alternative to the convenient the bulb which we are using. Okay, so the full form is compact fluorescent lamp. Okay, so why do we need to use CFL over the electric bulb? Firstly, CFL do not work on heating effect of the electric current. It is not wasting your electricity in giving the heating effect. When you try to touch the CFL, I'm against this thought that you don't touch such appliances. I'm just giving you idea. When you touch CFL, it will not get heated up. Okay, so it will not damage ourselves when we try to touch it. Secondly, they do not have a filament inside them. Instead, they use two electrodes that produce the light, and it will not give the heating effect. Thirdly, this bulb have a fluorescent coating inside them which make the light brighter. It gives the white light and the bulb will give the yellow light, and white light is always way better than yellow light. Next is CFL save energy and do not produce heat. Ordinary bulb on the other hand waste your energy, not your energy or electric energy, and get heated up when we light up. Okay. Next is what are MCBs? Full form of MCB is miniature circuit breaker. Okay. So a miniature circuit breaker, I hope you have seen such kind of thing in your home circuit. Okay. So miniature circuit breaker or MCB is generally used instead of fuse. Okay. They are alternative of fuses only. So a fuse break down due to excessive current. That current open up and the damage can be prevented, which we have discussed in the previous slide. However, once a fuse break down, it cannot be used again. Okay, this is the only disadvantage of using a fuse. We can use a fuse only once. MCB on the other hand is a switch. MCB is not a wire, it's a switch which turn off when it is high current. Okay, when current overload, once the problem of the circuit is rectified, we can switch it on and we can use MCB over and over again. We cannot use fuse over and over again, but we can use such MCBs over and over again. Okay, so they are more advantageous for us than fuse. Now, what is ISI mark? So what happens? Firstly, ISI mark that stands for Standard Institute, which standardize all your electric appliances. Go and check in all the home appliances whether ISI mark is there or not. Okay, what it do? It do the standardize. It do the standardized work. It standardize all your electric appliances. The meaning of standardize is all the appliances got quality check whether they are good for your home or not. Okay, then hence if the appliance do not have the ISI mark over it, it means that this appliance do not conform to the standard guidelines of the ISI, and you should avoid using such appliances. Okay, they are not verified by any ISI. If that appliance is not verified, then it can damage your home appliances. That's why you need to use the electric appliance which have ISI mark on it. Okay. Now this is your second effect of the electric current. This is magnetic effect of the electric current. First one was heating effect. This one is magnetic effect. Okay. So when electric current is passed through the wire, it behaves like a magnet. This is the very huge statement in very few words. Okay. So what happens when we place a iron or anything in an electric circuit? It will behave as a magnet. What do you mean by magnet? You have the basic idea of magnet, that it has poles. It attract like poles are repel each other and unlike pole attract each other. Okay, the whole idea of magnet is there. So This is called magnetic effect of the electric current, which was discovered by the scientist called Hans Christian Oersted. Okay, he discovered that the needle of the compass, suppose this is the compass, always deflect when electric current is passed through it. So we know that this that needle work on magnetic property. So when we place such needle in a near the electric circuit, it always deflect. Deflect is changing the direction. So it result in it conclude the thing that the electric that current always have a magnetic effect. Okay. Now next is electromagnets. Every magnetic material that has a magnetic field. Magnetic field is nothing but the area through which the magnetism can be that field. We can feel the magnetism is called electric field, which we cannot see with our naked eyes, but we can draw the magnetic field with the help of diagram. Okay. So every magnetic material has a magnetic field up to which the influence of the magnetism can be felt. Okay, experienced. The magnet whose magnetic field is generated with the help of electric current. Okay, so this thing is when you place any iron thing or iron nail in an electric circuit, for some time it will behave as magnet. This magnet is called electromagnet because it is produced by electricity. That's why the word electro, and it behave as magnet. That's why the magnet term is there. So it's not a permanent magnet. It's not at all like the magnet which you are that aware of. It's the different thing. It is the magnet which is produced by electricity. Okay, but it is way stronger than the magnet which you know, the permanent magnet. So the electromagnet are formed because of the magnetic effect of the electric current. We are using the magnetic effect of the electric current to form the electromagnets. Okay, so this is one kind of electromagnet. Okay, now applications of electromagnet. First application is electromagnets are used in domestic appliances such as electric bell. Okay, next they are used in toys. Then they are used in all kind of telecommunication equipments. The mobile you are using, television you are using, camera, everything require these electromagnets. Okay, next they are used in the crane to separate magnetic material from the junk. Okay, we use, when we require to separate junk and the magnetic material, we use them in crane. And last one is they are used by the doctors to remove the magnetic material from your teeth or your eye. Okay, now electric bell. This is the diagrammatic representation of the electric bell. Okay, now as all the parts are labeled, this is the gong which actually vibrate, this is the hammer, this is the electromagnet, the property which we are using. Okay, this is the switch which you turn on or turn off, then the battery, the spring and the armature. Okay, so components are well labeled in this diagram. So what actually happens when the switch of the bell is on, when we switch on the bell, when we actually press the bell, so what happens? The electric current flows through the coil which I have shown in that diagram, the electromagnets. Okay, the coil of the wire which make the iron piece attached to it is act as electromagnet. What we are doing? We are placing the iron, or we are placing the wires. Okay, and when we switch on the bell, the electricity which is given to those wires will result in making of this wire into electromagnet. Now these wires will behave as electromagnets. Okay, as a result iron piece attract the hammer which I have shown in the previous diagram. It will attracted to the iron because now this now the iron will behave as magnet, so it will attract towards the magnetic part, right, because iron attract to magnets. Now hammer hit the bell, the gong. Now hammer will hit that gong because of the magnetic effect. The hammer move toward the iron piece, it move away from the contact screw which break down the circuit. Okay, So this is happening, but what is happening actually, the hammer will when hammer will hit the gong, it will produce the vibration, and when it goes to the rest position, the vibration will stop. That's why that buzzing sound which is produced when you switch on the bell, it is due to the same reason. Okay, now student, this is the electric bell. The property behind the electric bell is electromagnet only. So let's go through the that labeling. Firstly, this is the gong which actually vibrate. This is the hammer. Okay, this is the iron strip which turn into electromagnet when switch is on. This is the switch and this is the battery. Now let's do the working part. So in the working part, firstly, when the switch of the bell is on, okay, so the electric current flow through it. Okay, the coil of the wire which make the iron piece electromagnet. Now your iron piece will behave as electromagnet. As a result, iron piece attract the hammer which I have shown in the previous diagram. It will attract to the gong and the gong will actually vibrate. Okay, the hammer moves toward the iron piece. It move away from contact which break down the circuit. When the iron piece move away because of the magnetic effect, it will break down the circuit. That's why you feel those vibrations. Okay, the circuit break down the wire. When the circuit break down, wire stop receiving the current which make electromagnet lose its magnetic property. So those iron bars are getting the electricity and changing into electromagnet, and then again when there is a breakdown of the electricity, they now get back to their original form. Okay, that's how the electric bell works. Okay, and the whole process goes again and again till you switch it on. So students, our chapter basically is over. So now let's start our NCERT exercise. So the very first question is, draw in your notebook the symbol to represent the following electric components. First one is connecting wires. So it's very easy, you just have to draw the horizontal or linear line to draw your connecting wires. Secondly, switch in off position, you just don't have to connect this one. Okay, so your switch will be in off position. Then bulb, this one is bulb. Then cell, for cell you just have to draw one that larger line and one smaller line. That bigger line represent the positive charge and the smaller line represent the negative charge. Okay, then switch in on position, this one is in on position. Okay, when you disconnect this will be in your off position. Then battery, the combination of cell is battery. Okay, now the second question, draw the circuit diagram to represent the following circuit. Just draw the bulb where the bulb is there, then you have to draw the key or the switch and then the cell and connect them. Just keep in your mind, connect positive charge and negative charge. Okay, never connect positive to positive or negative to negative. Okay, now next question, these are the 4 cells. You have to arrange this cell in a manner to make a battery. So we know that we have to connect positive terminal to negative terminal, and that's how a battery works. So a negative terminal of this cell connected to the positive terminal of this cell, and henceforth. Okay, the same thing you have to follow for the 4 cells. Now next question, the bulb in the circuit shown in this diagram does not glow. Can you identify the problem? So just watch this diagram carefully. Can you identify the problem? Yes, exactly. The positive terminal of this cell is connected to positive terminal of this cell. It will not glow, the bulb will not glow because the current will not flow, electron will not move. Electron need the change in the charges. Okay, that change in charges create the current. Since positive terminal is connected to positive terminal, so current will not flow. That's why you just need to arrange this cell in a manner like this, in which the negative terminal of this cell connected to positive terminal of this cell, and that's how current will flow. Okay, now next question, name 2 effect of electric current. In this chapter we have studied 2 effects, but one more effect is also there, that is chemical effect, and chemical effect we will study in your higher classes. Now in this chapter we have studied first effect, that is heating effect. Okay, and the second effect, that is magnetic effect due to electric current. Okay, now next question. When the current is switched on through a wire, a compass needle kept nearby thing deflected from the north south position and explain. So we have gone through the brief description, the very elaborated discussion we have just discussed about this in our previous slides. Okay, so you can go through that slide. We need not to do that again. Okay, now next one is will the compass needle show deflection when the switch in the that circuit shown in this diagram closed? Your answer is no. Why? You can clearly see there is no source of electric current in this diagram. There is no battery, no cell. So current will not flow. There is no current. Okay, so current will not flow or current will not develop in this. Okay, because there is no source of electric current. Now next question is Phillips. No, so let's take first one. Longer line in the symbol of cell represent positive terminal. Second, combination of two or more cells is called battery. Third one is when current is switched on in the room heater, it becomes red hot and emit heat. It is a heating effect of electric current. Okay. Next is safety device based on heating effect of the electric current is fuse or MCB also, but in this case fuse only. Okay. Now next question, true or false. Okay. First one is to make a battery of two cells. The negative terminal of one cell is connected to negative terminal of the other cell, which is false. You have to connect positive to negative or negative to positive. Next one is when electric current through the fuse exceed a certain limit, the fuse wire will melt and break, which is very true. Okay. Next is an electromagnet does not attract a piece of iron, which is false. It will attract a piece of iron because now this electromagnet will behave as a magnet. Now next question, an electric bell has a electromagnet, which is very true. Yes, the property or the principle on which the electric bell that principle basically is electromagnet only. Okay. Now next question. Do you think an electromagnet can be used for separating plastic bag from garbage heap? No, you can't. Why? Because plastic do not get attracted by magnet. Magnet only attract the magnet thing or the iron, cobalt, such metals only. Okay? Your magnet will never attract plastic. It's not the property of magnet. It will not attract the plastic. So they cannot be separated from electromagnet. Plastic bags are not magnetic material, so they cannot be get separated from the heat. Okay, next one. An electrician is carrying out some repair in your house. He wants to replace your fuse by a piece of wire. Would you agree? Give reason for your answer, for your support of your answer. Actually, no, we can't. Why? We would not agree to follow to replace the fuse by a wire. Wire in the fuse are of specific melting point. Okay, they have different melting point. So we should always use ISI marked fuse in our house to prevent short circuit. Why we are using fuse? We are using fuse to avoid short circuits. If we replace our fuse with a wire, normal wire, it will not work. It will not behave as fuse. Okay? So we should never do that. Next one is, there is a girl Zubeda. She made a electric circuit using a cell holder, which can be shown in this diagram. A switch and a bulb. When she put the switches in on position, the bulb did not glow. Can you help her? Yes. So you just have to tell what she had to do to make this circuit complete. So it is important to put cell in the right series, that is positive terminal to negative terminal. Then positive terminal of first cell should be connected with negative terminal of next cell. The switch should be closed properly. Wire should be connected and the bulb should not be fused. Okay, if Zubeda will check all these things, then her circuit will be completed and her bulb will glow definitely. Okay, now next is, in this circuit, would any of the bulb glow when the switch is in off position? Okay, what will be the order in which bulb A, B, C will glow? when the switch is in on position? Firstly, no, bulb will not glow. The answer of first question is when switch is off, bulb will not glow. Bulb will only glow when switch is in on position. Now next question, what will be the sequence of the bulb? Actually, they are connected in series manner. So we have discussed this. When the appliances or bulb in this case, when they are connected in a series manner, they all will glow in one time, in one go, simultaneously. Okay? So all will glow simultaneously. So that's all for now, students. We will meet in our next video with our next chapter. Till then, take care. Bye.